Hello! Today I'm bringing you my top 5 audiobook narrators. Now, Top 5 Wednesday still appears to be on hiatus. This is my first time participating and I do hope to do so more in the future. I will link to the Goodreads group for anybody else who would like to take part and to look through the extensive backlist of prompts that I will certainly be doing as well. In the meantime, I wanted to share with you my list of my top 5 favorite audiobook narrators. Now, I read primarily an audiobook because I have a disability in my wrists, which often means that I can't hold a book, and if I do hold a book, it will hurt later. So I read primarily in audio, and I discovered audio back when I first got injured early last year. And the very first book I ever picked up in audio that was fiction was Moon Called by Patricia Briggs. This series, the Mercy Thompson series, has become one of my favorite series, and that is in large part due to the narrator Lorelei King. She is incredible. I love the way that she does voices, and I love her narration. She really brought the format to life for me, and that's what initially got me hooked on audiobooks to begin with, so of course she has to be on this list. Now, probably the narrator that is most often on the list whenever I go to open an audiobook that appeals to me is Emily Woo Zeller. I can recommend so many great books by Emily Woo Zeller. One of the ones that she's done that I have in physical copy as well is The Bride Test by Helen Huang, and this is such a great book, by the way. I love it so much. Obviously, I have it in audio and I went and I bought it in paperback copy as well for my shelves. Other great books that Emily does are the Machineries of Empire stories by Yoon Ha Lee, so Nine Fox Gambit, Raven Stratagem, and Revenant Gun. These are 3 books that I have talked extensively about on this BookTube channel, just because I love them so much, and the fact that she is the narrator just makes that even better. I initially read Nine Fox Gambit in ebook, not in audiobook, but I can say that her narration really holds up to the magic that I felt upon reading this book the first time. I have also read it in audiobook since then. Other books that she's done that I really liked this year were Polaris Rising by Jessie Mihalik. I love this series. I can't wait for Aurora Blazing to come out. I'm actually going to go in and reread Polaris Rising, even though I've read it this year, because I want to reread it before the second book comes out. It was really good, and again, Emily's narration is great. So she's probably, if not my favorite audiobook narrator, then definitely in the top 5 without question. There was absolutely no remorse in choosing her for one of these 5. It was a bit of a tough choice which to include and which not to include going forward, though, because I have so many other good narrators that I have enjoyed. One of them is the narrator for The Raven Tower by Anne Leckie, and that's Adjoa Endo. And I just found that their narration was really good. I really enjoyed that book. Another one that I don't have in physical copy yet, because I'm hoping for an omnibus to be published, are the Murderbot Diaries, and those are written by Martha Wells and narrated by Kevin R. Free, and they are a lot of my comfort listens. I just will, if I'm in a reading slump, I will just turn on one of the Murderbot Diaries and just listen, and it's very comforting and happy, and I just really like this series a lot. And Kevin does a fantastic job of narrating them, bringing Murderbot to life. Then, my next one that I would like to talk about is one of the narrators for The Ruin of Kings. Oh, this is a heavy book. The Ruin of Kings is actually narrated by 3 narrators, and I love them all. But of the 3, Sunila Nankani was the only one that I ended up listening to another book narrated by her, and that was The City of Brass. And she did a great job both times. She's definitely become one of my go-to narrators. Now, sadly, that's 5, but I can't actually narrow it down to 5. I left this one as a bonus because along with narrating for The Duke's Eyes Only by Lenora Bell, which was a book that I absolutely loved, my first Lenora Bell book, and I'm definitely looking to read more by her. It was narrated by Beverly A. Crick, who also does my books. The Lady Catherine Regency Mysteries, co-written by Leanne Dobbs and myself, and read for you by Beverly. And Beverly really brings Lady Catherine to life. So she's one of my favorites too, but I kind of felt a little bit like cheating by putting her on the list, considering she reads my own stuff, so I'm obviously a little bit biased. So those are my top 5 audiobook narrators. If you listen to audiobooks, tell me what your favorite audiobooks are with the best narrators, because I'm always looking for more books to read and listen to. Until next time, happy reading. Hi. You're just gonna walk across the screen?